Well, still waiting on my tent to come in. I was really hoping I could get it in to try it out and everything, but it's not going to be here. It's supposed to be here Saturday. That probably means it's not going to get delivered on Saturday, and then with no deliveries on Sunday. I think it's coming through UPS though, which is good and bad. I don't like the United States Postal Service, mainly because they keep screwing up my packages and delivering them to the wrong house. So that's the main reason I don't like them. But UPS and FedEx, they're all the same. No, I take it back. They're not, but they it's kind of hit or miss if my package gets here in good shape or it looks like it's somebody ran over with a truck. I know it's time to trim my mustache when I take a drink of coffee and it gets all in it. So yeah, it's time to trim my mustache a little bit. But anyways, tent, awesome. I can't wait to get here. I've been looking around at different people's videos, how they're using it. The Shangri-La tent, which is basically the previous version of my tent. And a lot of people are using it different ways. I like how some people are using just the rain fly to it. Some people are hanging it from trees instead of using the pole. Some people are using trekking poles instead of the actual pole that comes with it. So there's lots of ways you can save weight with it, which is actually really cool. Why does my brain do that? I'm like, I had this big topic I was to talk about, and then poof, it's gone. But anyways, the holidays are over now. Actually went out today, had to get some dog food for the dogs. And surprisingly, there wasn't as many people out as I thought. There's quite a few people like in returning stuff, like in whatever store I went into. But there wasn't like an insane amount of people out. But then again, I guess a lot of people had to go back to work today. I was lucky enough to I didn't have to. But I got to go through. So I got to do a bunch of these training videos, which they range in time from like 3 or 4 hours to like 9 to 10 hours. So I got to get through some of it. I don't have to do all of them. I had to get through just a few of them to show that I'm actually using this learning site. It's kind of like a lynda.com. It's called Pluralsight. But yeah, I'm trying to make some videos and everything, but every time I get to try to do it, something happens to where I can't make it. So the card's full, so I have to go get all stuff off the card, come back up, start recording it, not pay attention, go, oh great, I'm halfway through my video and the battery died in my camera. Okay, let's go put the battery on charge. Now an hour or two later, I forget that I'm charging the battery, and I'm like, oh, it's been 3-4 hours, and now I need to go to bed, and there's the 6 P's. And I need to start using them, because right now I'm not. If you don't know what it means, 6 P's are proper planning prevents piss poor performance. Yeah, I haven't been planning my videos out recently. Just time-wise, it's getting more difficult to do things. But that's like the poor, pitiful me. Oh no, I have a job and I have to have a kid. Yeah, that's just me complaining. But I'm trying to. What I'm trying to do is I'm gonna try to do things to where I make a few videos on the weekend, and it's like, okay, well those videos are going to be my other videos I post throughout the week, so that makes it to where I don't have to go, okay, it's Thursday, I forgot to make, tomorrow's Friday, and I'm gonna make a Friday's video. So and then I'm like, okay, what horror movie did I watch this week? And I'm trying to remember and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to plan better. So what I'm actually going to do is start keeping track of what I'm doing and say, okay, this day I need to have this done. And it'll make it a lot easier. But actually doing that is the difficult part because right now, Adrian is the wild card factor in this. He's been going to sleep around 8, 9 o'clock. But the problem is that most of the time he'll sleep through the night. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'm going to sit down and do this. And he'll wake up and he'll just won't go back to sleep. And I'll be like, okay. And it's not that like, oh, my wife won't try to get him back to go to sleep. But I can't make the video with him yelling and crying and not wanting to go back to sleep. And also when he starts doing that, the dogs start howling and barking. So like, hey, he's crying, come get him, he's hurt or something. And they worry themselves to death when he starts to cry. But yeah, I'm trying to also get through a few books. I've actually started reading, I'm trying to look for the book now. Can't, what do I do with the stupid thing? It must be downstairs. Oh crap! I can't remember the name of the author. I've got a few of his other books over here. I'm trying to look and see what his name is. Oh, well, none of his books are over there right now. I can't remember. I'm trying to read some book, and every single time I pick it up, something. The past 3 times I'll try to pick it up. I picked one up. I picked it up today after Adrian went to sleep, and somebody called me. I'm like, okay, great. Talk to them, get off the phone, pick the book back up. Adrian wakes up. All right, go basically see what happened, lay him back down. Adrian goes back to sleep. That's one the good thing about Adrian, though. Like if he wakes up, he's crying, you can walk in there, pat on him or something, or pick him up, and he'll go right back to sleep, laying back down, and you're good. Sometimes I can just walk. I can go say, hey, lay back down, and he'll lay down and be out. If the dogs start barking, howling, that's a different story. And then I picked the book up a third time to read it, and the light blew. In my the room I was reading had the night light on the end table. That's what I was thinking of. On the end table, we have a lamp on it, and that light blew. And I'm like, great. And I got through maybe half a page before it blew. And I'm like, all right, this is great. I go upstairs. We don't have any more light bulbs. I thought we did, but in my infinite wisdom, because you're not supposed to throw away the those like the curly bulbs, like the fluorescent ones that go in the lights now. You're not supposed to throw those just away, because they have like a little bit of mercury in them or something. Well, I've been putting them back in the package. I hadn't never paid attention. The package is full because we haven't replaced that light bulb in, I don't know, months, maybe years. And then I go to pull the light out, and I'm like, oh, all these are blown. Great. No light. So I'm just picking up my Kindle, and I'm going to read. Shoot, what's his name? It's an old public domain camping book, so I can't remember the name of it. Woodcrafting or something like that. Basically, it's an old book about how people went out and camped and stuff like that in the 1800s, I believe. Maybe 1910, 1920s. I can't remember his name. Carver? Sears? I can't remember right now. Maybe it was George Washington Carver, maybe? I can't remember, but I'd have to look at his name. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. But it's a really good book. I've read a little over half of it now. I love camping books. Like old camping books are really good. New camping books are good. Like I got the Les Strauss. Well, it's not really a camping book. It's a survival book. Les Strauss is. I had all these books out not long ago and was looking through a bunch of them. Like I told my wife I was going to take the Les Strauss survival book and the zombie apocalypse survival, that book. Next time we go on a plane, so that no matter what happens, I can survive. But yeah, it's kind of funny when that. But the Last Draftsman was really good. The zombie survival book is really good too. It's really funny. It's more Max Brooks, I think, wrote it. It's really good. I liked it. I think I've read it 3 or 4 times just because of the. I'm a I'm a sucker for zombie stuff. Anything zombies, I generally buy. So yeah, I got so many books I haven't read. Man, it's Dean Koontz. Maybe it was. I'm trying to remember the name of the author, and I just looked over on my shelf, and I have a book, and I was like, it might be Dean Koontz is the one I'm trying to read right now. That every single time I pick the book up, something happens. I'm not sure. I know the book that's over there is not the one I'm trying to read, but yeah, I went. It's kind of funny. I actually remember going to Half Price Books, and they have these big boxes. It's like $2. It's got like 20, 30 books in it, and most of the time the books are not worth that much. I mean, they're kind of crap books. But they had a horror one once. I bought it, and the books were pretty good books. But I mean, they were good books, but the quality of the books, they were rough. I mean, it looked like they weren't water damaged, but it looked like they had been read thousands of times by thousands of different people. None of them had ripped out pages, but some of the pages you could see people had bent to where they had stopped. They just bent the corner of the page over. One book had like probably every third or fourth page was bent over, and I'm like, holy cow, this is it's torture, because like as you're reading the book and you turn the page, that page wants to stick out when you're reading the back of it, because that dog ear, I think they call it, it's sticking down. Well, you flatten it back out as you're reading. The page is slowly that thing curls back. I'm like, God, this sucks. But yeah, I love my Kindle. I don't have to deal with stuff like that. If you've never had a Kindle or an e-reader, any way, shape, or form, they are awesome. Especially a back or front lit. I can't remember what they are now. But actually having one that's lit so you can actually read it at night, holy cow, you would not believe how good it is. I generally turn the brightness all the way down and read it. Even unless it's like really bright outside and I need to turn it up, I always turn mine almost all the way down to read, because I don't need that much light. But they are really good. I have to ask my father-in-law, see how he likes his, and see if he's read anything on it. I mean, because basically, like I said, my wife got a new one. She got the Oasis. So I got handed me down her Paperwhite, and the Paperwhite I had, which was my wife's Paperwhite a while back also, it got handed down to him. So it's kind of funny how things like that happen. I'm like looking over here and I just see a stack of cards in binders that I just need to go through and sort. And I'm really dreading it. I have too many Magic cards, and I just haven't played in so long. I'm not going to give my cards up, or give them away, or sell them or anything, because I love the game. I love playing it, and I will play again. I just need to find a group of people that play. I have 2 problems with Magic the Gathering for me finding groups to play with. One, I'm extremely competitive with it. I'm insanely competitive. And I actually have a few problems with it, more than just 2. And a lot of times, when I join a new group, they may be newer to the game, or they're casual players. And so it's like they don't have a huge card pool to pull the cards from. Me, I have a gigantic card pool to pull from. It's insane how many cards I have. I can't remember if I got it here somewhere. I don't know where it's at now. But I have a binder. It's just full of... Well, it's here somewhere. I have a binder that's just full of foil cards. And most people, they'll have this little tiny binder, and they may have 12, 13. Because generally it's you might get, I don't know, 3 or 4 foils to a box. And I have a binder, let me see if I can find this thing. I thought it was sitting back here behind my couch, but I don't see it. Well, but anyways, normally, and I have the card pull I had to pull from is just ridiculous. It really is. I mean, this kind of gives you an idea. Most people, when they buy a binder, they just buy the binders that have the cards, like the sleeves and stuff in them. I go to like Staples, I buy a 3-inch binder, and I buy these. These are the sheets, so I can just put them in my in the thing in my binder. So yeah, and I buy this is how this, and I put all my rares in binders. That tells you how many rares I have, if I have enough. Oh, let me see this right here. That one, and there's about 4 more back this way, are full of nothing but rares. That's actually I started playing the World of Warcraft game. That's what that binder is full of. They're full of the rares in that. So yeah, I have way too many freaking cards. And that's another problem, is that when you go into a group and they're playing with relatively modern cards or newer cards, and you come in and you're like, okay, they're like, here, play, and a lot of times they're like, hey, play your best deck. They want to see what your best deck is, and that's not a good thing. If somebody's coming in new and they've been playing for a long time, and they mean it, they've been playing for a long time, and you haven't, don't ask to play their best deck, because I went to a group, they were all saying, oh yeah, we're good players, we're experienced, we go to tournaments. Their definition of a tournament was they went to Friday Night Magic, which is not a tournament. So what happened was, the last group I played with, me and my friend Tim is insanely good player. He's, dear God, he's mind-bogglingly good at this game. And I'm an okay player. But so me and him go, and we're at this card shop, and everybody's like, hey, blah blah blah, play your best deck, and me and Tim crush everybody. And I don't mean just like, oh, we win a game. I mean, we, like, all right, turn 4, turn 5, we kill them, it, like, consistently, sometimes before that. And it's just crazy how the perception people have and how they act after you do something like that. It went from everybody being really friendly and nice to nobody want to talk to you and nobody wanting to play with you. And it's like, this is not the deck we wanted to play. This is the deck you guys asked us to play. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to get into modern, which is a certain set of cards, like a number of set of cards, and we wanted to play standard, which is the last 2 sets that came out. But after we did that and basically crushed everybody, nobody cared. They didn't want to play any Magic with us. And we're like, all right, this is great. So we kind of just stopped going to that card shop. Actually, I think that place closed down. Yeah, they did. But Yeah, I tried holding a lot of tournaments there. I tried holding like they call yeah, EDH or Commander, like Elder Dragon Highlander thing, but it didn't really succeed. That was a combination of the shop and the people that played. Not repeating, I mean the people that played, but the shop and trying to get people to show up every month, every week. But yeah, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But anyways, yeah, Magic the Gathering, I love it, but there are issues with being a long-term player and finding a group. Because if you find a group that has long-term players in it, you have the issue of people like there is like kind of a bragging right people have with like, oh, I've been playing since this, I've been playing since it started, this is my card collection, and I never understood that. And me and Tim, we kind of go like I started playing where I started playing. I call it Highlander. Everybody else, some people call it Commander, EDH. Just so many people just call it different things. So if I start substituting the terms out, I'm sorry. But I started playing that. So you can only have one. You have it's a 100 card deck, and you have one copy of each card. And and since then I haven't really focused on getting four of a card or two or three. Something you need to play like in a tournament. But I was playing more with casual format. Well, you had people going into those formats. It's like, oh yeah, you have that. Can I trade the other one off of you? And you're like, oh, I only have one, and I don't know. Sorry, I'm starting to complain about Magic now. Everybody else is gonna be like, oh dear God, he's going into these card games now. He's the biggest nerd I've ever seen. But yeah, I've played as you can see behind me, board games, video games, movies, all this stuff I love. But I won't stop there. That was a longer rant than I wanted to go into. But talk to you guys tomorrow.